You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonaghan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/day to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/day for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Hello and welcome to the Intel Brief. Today is Tuesday, 23 September. I'm your host Daniel, and today we're going to talk about Copenhagen Airport has reopened after closure due to drones. Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger have announced their withdrawal from the ICC, and Trump has labelled Antifa as a domestic terrorist organisation. So firstly, Copenhagen Airport halted operations on Monday after multiple drones were spotted in the area, Danish police said. Copenhagen Airport's official Twitter account, or X account, said that it had shut down operations due to activity, in quotation marks. The airport reopened a few hours later, but recognised that there would be delays and cancelled departures due to the disruption. Copenhagen police earlier posted on social media that the airport was closed for takeoff and landing as 2 to 3 large drones were seen flying in the area. Police believe capable operator was responsible. Okay, let's see if they have any further information in here. No. So what? It seems unlikely that this will have been conducted by a foreign state. Russia would be the prime suspect, unless they launch them off boats. That's kind of the only way I think this would happen. Otherwise, it would have been identified by radar on its way towards Copenhagen. So yeah, it's quite possible that it's just one drone and it's just been seen at different locations or by different people, and there's a bit of like chaos in the reporting, and that someone was just either doing this to disrupt the airport, which could indicate they had some kind of motive behind them, whether it be state-based or ideologically based, or it could have just been someone fucking around with the drone that has caused some absolute insanity. But yeah, all in all, more information should probably come out, but it seems unlikely at this stage that it's a state-based entity trying to, fuck with Copenhagen Airport. And next, Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger on Monday announced their withdrawal from the International Criminal Court. In a joint statement, the military-led West African states said that the court's jurisdiction had transformed into an instrument of neo-colonial repression in the hands of imperialism. Because of this, neighbouring states accused the ICC of becoming a global example of selective justice. They said the ICC is incapable of prosecuting war crimes, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So what? The last bit I kind of agree with. The ICC has no real enforcement mechanism outside of a state willing to participate in the prosecution of their own national. You kind of see this. Well, you see this playing out right now with Russia and Israel. Both of their leaders are wanted by the ICC, but because they're in their respective countries, they can do whatever the fuck they want. And also, because they're still in charge of states, they can travel to places and they don't arrest them because that would cause way more issues. So yeah, I kind of agree that the ICC is pretty useless. However, I think these guys are leaving for personal reasons rather than to kind of call out the ICC. Seems likely that these guys are leaving so that their countries either can't or don't want to try and prosecute them in the future, as they're all military dictatorships that took over through coups, and probably rule with a pretty high level of violence and extrajudicial fear. But yeah, kind of goes to show where the ICC's got to, sadly. I don't really think there's much coming back from this, unless, of course, they start going after people who are like clearly war criminals. But that seems unlikely to change. And lastly, the US President Donald Trump on Monday signed an executive order designating the left-wing Antifa movement as a terrorist organization, the White House said in a statement. The announcement comes in the wake of the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. According to the order, Antifa was labeled domestic terrorist organization because of a pattern of political violence designed to suppress lawful political activity and obstruct the rule of law. Trump's order directs federal agencies to investigate and dismantle the militarist anarchist enterprise that explicitly calls for the overthrow of the United States government. United States authorities can act against any person claiming to act on behalf of Antifa or for which Antifa or any person claiming to act on behalf of Antifa provided material support, the order said. It goes on to talk about what the Antifa movement is and how its backing is in standing up against the Nazis. So what? I'm pretty on the fence about this. While I think Antifa is a pretty wild organization that does some pretty shitty stuff and really, uses their label to try and discredit or drive down other ideologies that left-wing people don't like. I think this is also a pretty extreme move by Trump. Kind of just goes to show the place the US politics is in and their levels of polarization, which this is going to do nothing to help. Almost certainly making it worse, sadly. But yeah, I guess he probably wanted to do this anyway, and Charlie Kirk's assassination just kind of gave him the political leverage to get it done. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how far and how aggressively US authorities now go after Antifa. It's going to make their organization pretty hard to run, as now all their bank accounts can get shut down. Anyone giving them money can be persecuted for supporting a terrorist organization. Like, this designation has some pretty serious repercussions for anyone who, even like holding or carrying their symbols in public could possibly now be a federal offense. And yeah, it probably won't stop their activity, but it'll definitely give federal police more authority to go after them in a pretty big way. So keep an eye out for that. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief. I've been your host, Daniel, and I'll see you again tomorrow. See you!
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.